Like Love Collective. How's everybody's day going? I hope everybody's having a great day. Anyway, I've been singing a little bit of karaoke after I got done. It says dark magic. It says dark magic and distant relationship. Woo! Before I can even get started, talking about dark magic and distant relationships. Holy smoly! Anyway, I got the uncover your past life oracle. Get. We're gonna see how many we get out of this. Okay, y'all. Take what resonates. Okay. Older man and seeing the big picture. It says and possessed. Ooh, inheritance and illegitimate. Oh, y'all, I can't make that shit up. Look at that. It says greed. Bowser. It says dark magic, older man. It says something about star-crossed love, and it says Navy. It could be in the military. Past. This could be a birthright. Let's find out, y'all. Y'all $, Angel Moon 6237. Yes. Okay, here we go. Alright, tell me what collector needs to know out of these past life oracle cards for what else collector need to know? Feminine. Poverty. It says war. Seeing the big picture. Has a guilty conscience. Pain. It says a mediator. Somebody sending in a messenger. Or you are a messenger, collective. Tell me what I need to know about questioning authority. It says answer. You got all the right moves. Collective. Secret. It says secret witness and bystander on the back. But it says you got all the right moves. A questioning authority. Music maker, peacemaker, mediator. It says magic based, near death experience. Read between the lines. That's what I saw on that. So somebody tried to kill you with magic. Take someone's legs or hands got hurt. You evaded capture. You're still alive, collective. Hit that like button, y'all. It says something about a separated by distance. Okay, tell me what you're talking about with the dancer. It says prophet led. Look, you stand up for yourself or stand on a stage. Okay, and it says early earth dweller. You've been around for a long time. You got ancient knowledge. It says leadership on the back. So you standing up for yourself, questioning authority. Because I asked about questioning authority, it said dancer, okay? And then it says prophet led and early earth dweller. Okay, take it as it resonates, okay? Someone did magic, tried to keep something about your dwelling, about your home. It says there's some kind of message coming in from a mediator. Because you're some kind of beneficiary. It says concubine. Childbirth, material loss, victim. Get out of victim mentality. That's what it says. It says concubine, domestic abuse sibling. So take what resonates. Someone tried to use magic. It looks like your sibling did. But there's a message coming to you because you're a good Samaritan. You helped somebody when you didn't have to. This person is realizing it, okay? But there's something about the victim. What is the victim about? It says older woman. Could be an older sibling, okay? It says mercenary. It says sibling again. It says executed. Take what resonates. Looks like a sibling. There was some kind of arranged marriage with a sibling. It was arranged. concubine, some kind of arranged marriage, some kind of connected. They had to connect, and someone tried to stop someone from standing up. But somebody's a truth seeker and was questioning authority here. That's got to be you, collective, prophet-led, earth dweller. It says sacrificial. I need to authority in the early earth dweller, and then we'll find his other come out together. Overcoming loss. So you were still questioning authority about this forest fire, about this other kind of fire. Okay, it says alchemist. Somebody started that fire. Somebody started that fire. It says guru and idol on the other side. Someone started that fire. It says something about mystical and an affair. It. Okay, so what's going to come about? Oh, you question the dang secret society, collective. Somebody was using magic in this secret society and you questioned it. You was like, something don't add up, man. It's just some kind of accident. It says something don't add up here. Trauma. It says trauma. Walking the middle path. Somebody else is walking the middle path. This could be, it says the chariot war again. You stood up for yourself against the whole society. Adult female overcoming loss. Exiled and shunned. Tell you what resonates. That's the past, okay? So what it says, there's a cult. It's a cult, y'all. So take that as it resonates. So what does collective need to know about the future, by the future ancestors, about overcoming this past, this cult, this secret society? What does collective need to know about that? It's the future. It says the lovers. It's going to be two. It's going to be a partnership. It's going to overcome this secret society, y'all. I've told y'all time and again that he's going to walk away, or you're walking away from some kind of secret society, but I don't think it's you, collective. I think it's him. Okay, so y'all take it as it resonates. What does the future ancestors say? The ancestors say there's going to be some kind of message coming through about that secret society. 7 candles. That's seven wands. So someone is, there's some kind of helping hand. It's somebody's decision. It says the hermit. This is the helping hand, I believe. Something that's hiding. Look, you see this? It's hiding. You can't see it. But there it is, hiding behind that book. Could be you, collective. This is the future ancestors. You studying or being studied. It says listener of candles. This is you, the maker of candles. Someone's got something on their mind that's burning with passion. What does the maker of candles say about the future? Someone said cover your thoughts. Keep your ideas to yourself. Cover your thoughts, okay? Concentrate and focus on one thing at a time. It says the 5 of candles. There's some kind of competition. You need to keep your ideas to yourself, okay? Because you got the best idea. You're the center, okay? I'm telling you, there's competition, but you're the perfect fit. It says judgment. You need to quit being so hard on yourself, collective, and start doing your affirmations and seeing yourself clearly who you truly are, okay? Stop thinking that you're not in competition. There is no competition, okay? I'm just saying, there's no competition, all right? You do something all by yourself. You do it, and it puts a lot of, like, burdens on your mind, okay? You need to, you're going to find some kind of new direction, and you don't need to say anything to anybody. You need to find self-love, okay? There's some kind of partnership coming in, though, because it was talking about that. Lovers. This is the Emperor. leadership. It says something is being um, maybe a bit stubborn. Judgment on the emperor. Maybe you're being stubborn and being more too judgmental on the emperor. Possibly. Find out. It says Three of Cups. He had you in some type of secret affair. Maybe he's making judgment on himself. This emperor had you in some kind of secret affair. It says the Eight of Seeds. Something about was somebody affected your work. This emperor had you in some type of secret affair or something, and somebody was interfering in your work, in your job. What is the Eight of Seeds out here for? It says the Nine of Candles. That's 9 swords. You need to find some type of... You found some type of... everybody's trying to light their flame off of your candle, okay? Like everybody's trying to... Like, it was like somebody was trying to confuse you, but you shut your eyes and used your discernment, okay? You shut your eyes, use your discernment. It said 12:21 when I say that, okay? Because somebody was trying to affect your... You did some kind of new, like a new beginning in your work. This person was seeing, they was looking, listen, it looks like they were listening more than they were feeling, okay? They were listening to somebody whisper in their ear. The emperor was. What was the emperor tripping about? It says 2 Seeds, 2 of Pentacles, debt. This person got in a relationship for greed. This could be your parent. Whew. You're gonna find out who your real birth parent is. That your real true DNA. Somebody's gonna come tell you. It says a grandparent. Okay, what's this grandparent got to say? It says a collector, enlightened. An enlightened grandparent's going to tell collective. It says some type of herder, a farmer. You may have a ranch or something. It says a young male, obsessive, stars, caretaker. Somebody's been taking care of somebody. It says doctor, or they need you to take care of them. Those are the last 2 on the deck. It says something about a caretaker and a doctor. So you're a healer. Oh, I get it. It says a friendship and a companionship. Okay? Somebody has an idea, because somebody needs your help, but they don't know how to ask you. Somebody needs your help, they don't know how to ask you. Okay, so you need to, you're possibly about to, is collective about to move? Let me find out. Look at that. It says justice. You're going to receive justice first. You're going to come face to face with somebody for sure. Okay? It looks like y'all are the same, but not the same. But y'all are the same. Y'all are equal in balance. Okay? Let me find out. Is collective about to move? Because I see in that something about moving. This is the future ancestors. This is some kind of movement. 8. That's 8 wands. Look, it's time for you to move on because something has withered down. Because you're about to come face to face with somebody. They're going to tell you something that you really need to know. A distant ancestor, it said. Take it as it resonates. It says 5 candles. Somebody was wondering. They weren't sure. It says they want to bring something complete. Because something's been weighing heavy on their mind. Something's been weighing heavy on this person. They want to bring something complete. The World card. Something that you deserve. It's your birthright. You've always deserved it. Okay? It says six of wands. But that's something public. Is something is coming to an end. There's some kind of brand new beginning. I'm telling you, this is the death card, but she's praying. She's on her knees praying. Someone's fate. Someone's changed their fate. It's that emperor. I'm telling you, he was mixed up in a secret society of some kind. I'm telling you. Or listen, this may sound a little bit off when I say this. You may have a bloodline of Freemasonry, okay, that you don't know because you weren't raised by one of your parents, okay, but there's a lot of military and shit involved as well. There could have been some type of MK Ultra or some shit like that going on when you were way younger, way younger. Okay, and then there's some secret. There's a big secret that it's about to be exposed. 10 cups. Look at that. You see how you can't see their faces and you're gonna look like surprised, like what? This is weird. Let me see. It says strength. You're gonna feel very relaxed and finally like, wow, now I can see. Because the people they said or they claimed was your people, you can see resemblance in the way you look some, but you were like, man, I'm not fucking related to these motherfuckers. You would look at them like, man, something just ain't quite right because I don't fit with none of these people, okay? Because you know there's somebody else out there that's your people. I'm telling you, it's like you've always known. Look at this. Somebody was tempted. Somebody fell into temptation. Family. Maybe your dad's brother or something like that. Ooh, it says the maker of needles. Somebody coming clean. Somebody was covering something up. Could have been your mom. That was a queen. It says the chariot. Could be Cancer. Tell you what resonates. Something's bouncing out and moving forward though. Something happened and it caused somebody to contact somebody. Look at that. The Ace of Needles and the Devil. That's the someone's about to learn something. Everything gonna be exposed. Oh, it says the Tower. Those fell off. Let's see, 3 cards fell off. It was the Ace of Needles, the Student of Candles. You're about to learn something. It says, and have a metamorphosis. You're going to have a whole new life, collective. Whole new life. That's what the future ancestors got to say about it. The past is behind you. There was something about a secret society, a big secret, big major arcana secret that was held from you. And something happened and it's all about to come out, okay? That's why I said something's bittersweet. Y'all remember that, okay? It says the Hermit. Something, you're about to learn something. You're about to learn something, collective. It says 5 needles. It's going to be bittersweet. Something was covered up about your birthright. And they tried like hell to keep it from you. It says 9 seeds on the bottom. Full circle, y'all. Whoop. Something's coming full circle. That looks like a reflection of her in that. Oh, by the way, hit me like a ton of bricks when I seen that. Oh, it's just like a reflection. Someone looks just like you. There's some kind of relationship or relation that was hidden in a secret. And you're about to find out why you're different than those that were around you and you thought was your family or what have you. There's something off about it. There's something a little bit off. You're maybe a cousin of the so-called dad. There's something off about it, okay? It says book burning. Someone tried to hide it. A midwife, an aunt, someone tried to hide the fact. Yep, it says dementia cult. Someone trying to hide something, keep it from you. It says an accident and escaped. Someone escaped it. Someone has proof. Receipts. Alright, let's find out. Let's find out. That reminded me, that reflected one, that reflection one. So the moon, y'all. If you really look at the shape, if you look at the moon, just check out the moon. It's got like the whole world map on it. Right on the front of it. So, if the whole world map is on the front of the moon, because it's shaped just like a shadow or a reflection of the world map of the world. But if it's all on the front, just like our world map. Okay, so what does that say? What does that say? It's saying that there's something more out there. There's something more going on there, okay? Because how in the world can this big of a piece of map go all the way, wrap all the way around the world if it's round? There's no way. There's no way it can be round. It's reflecting through a dome. It's onto the moon. The moon is a reflection, okay? And if you look really close at it, you can see the shadow of the world map. If you look at the clouds look like what they're, if they're in trees, look like shapes of like bushy top trees areas, clouds shaped like fish and dolphins, and check it out. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all visited like oceanic places and shit and looked up at the sky and said, damn, that looks like a dolphin, or that looks like a starfish, or that looks like a fish of a whale, or something to that effect, okay? So there's got to be something to that being a dome. Just saying. Because that sure as hell looks like a reflection on that moon. Okay? It's very weird, but if you really look at it, it looks like a reflection on that moon. Okay? Also, I don't know if y'all know this, the Chinese is some of the oldest living bloodline on Earth. The Chinese. And you know, they had dragons. Do you remember? Chinese had dragons because they had 13 zodiacs. So all the other animals are real. Why wouldn't the dragon be? They got a boar and a snake and a dog and a monkey, a rabbit, and a dragon. But did you know the Chinese was the oldest bloodline on Earth? It says the moon rings like a big bell. Did y'all know that bells were out? They were created to send healing resonance. Okay, that's why they were mainly in churches. 24/24, y'all. But they were made to send healing resonances, and they took them all away. They took them all out. They took them away, y'all. When's the last time that you heard a bell ringing that when it struck the hour? A long time, huh? Because they used to do it. I remember when they did it when I was a kid. Just saying. Here, let's ring a bell and get some healing resonance. Okay. Anyway, also, the triangle is a sacred symbol. Okay. Now, if you take the triangle and you take 4 pins, okay. Say you take 4 pins. I ain't got 4 pins. I got 2. If both of them right. Okay. Maybe I got 3. Hold on a minute. I got a fluffy one that is babies. Okay. If you take 4, we got across, and then they spun this way. It won't do it because I can't keep them both on the ground. They went up like that, and then they started on the other line over here, and they went down and they spun it, and they went across, and then they spun it, and then they went across, and it made this sacred symbol, man. Look like just like the Star of David. Just saying. You know, David was I mean, Solomon. I'm sorry. Solomon created the Star of David in remembrance of his dad. But Solomon was a practicer of magic at some point because he was the wisest man in the world, okay? And he got seduced by Sheba. And Sheba practiced it, you know, she's from Ethiopia. And she practices seductory and magic and all kinds of shit. And they went out in the lake. Okay, Ark of the Covenant, and I wanted to tell you all that. So there you go. So y'all pay attention and yeah, because we're talking about past lives and future ancestors. Okay, and they got messages. Ooh wee! I'm telling you, there was some kind of secret love affair. It's about your DNA. I can almost guarantee it. And somebody was ashamed, lying, communal living. Yeah, yeah. A brother or cousin was living there too. And there was a one day or one time or something happened. And boom, there you are a couple of months later looking like the guy that could have been your dad because they're brothers or cousins. It says finances. Right, they receive an inheritance. It says war and battles. Somebody was trying to keep it from you. It says orphan and forgiveness. You need to forgive your real dad. It says something is biblical. Something had to take place. If something's been written, and you need to forgive your real dad, your real true dad. Something about ancient times, and I was showing it says knighthood, vows. Somebody was like a secret service. Wow, you need to have trust and faith in this. To let you know, I'm telling you, this is about them. People were living together back in the time you were born. Okay, like I was created in '69, born in '70. You get me? Groovy, peace and love, and let's take a hit of acid and blase. Okay, and your mom was young as fuck. Okay, says the ship's about to come in, and some shit happened. Look at this. It says that says the high priestess. For the high priest, you know about this in your heart because you always knew there was something just a little bit different. You know it's your birthright. You know the natives. Someone's jealous of you and trying to keep this from you. What the fuck is that all about? Who's jealous of collective? I'm a writer. Somebody's jealous of you trying to keep this from you. Whoa, it says Greco-Roman and love life. It says leaving or traveling. Greco-Roman was like this. With leaving and traveling. You may go to Rome. And in Rome, baby. It says, look, they fucked. I hate you. Somebody does not want you to know about it. You have trouble with your mama? Your mama always give you kind of hard time communicating with her. Like, she loved you, but she'd tell you just like your daddy. You just like your daddy. And she'd just tell you bad shit about your daddy. And then you met the man that supposedly being your dad, and he was just like, hey, what's happening? And you was like, yeah, whatever. I don't know what to call you. You're not my friend. You're not my dad. I mean, what's up, Didn't feel like connected. He was like, yeah, what's happening? Okay, but it didn't feel, something felt off. I'm telling you, but you met his dad, you felt all right connected. You met his mom, you didn't. There was your supposed dad that you didn't know all your life. Okay? Your mom treated you different than your sister that y'all supposed to have same mom and dad. But you was way different. You was like excelled in everything. You excelled in everything. Just put your older sibling to shame on every turn. But you wasn't trying to. Wasn't nothing you was trying to do. You wasn't doing nothing on purpose. You was acting natural because that's what you do. Okay, you live with your heart on your sleeve. Okay, and you was being natural. You was being your natural self. But sometimes it was just too much because you're way high energy. You're just way, whew, okay. And sometimes it was too much for them to handle, so too much for them to take. So they black sheeped you, like shunned you, took care of you. You had your needs met, but you didn't have no kind of communication hardly with your mom. You was raised by a stepdad. Okay, you didn't hardly have any communicate. You did have a tiny bit of communication with your stepdad's family, but he was military. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Find out that your granddad was a secret serviceman. He supposedly died when your mom was 10. And then you see your stepdad dies 2 years ago, and you see this certificate, and it says your granddad's name on it, and it says Secret Service. What? Say what? My granddad was in the Secret Service? How come I never knew that? Well, I didn't. Oh, Mama was 10 when he died, supposedly. I think he might have disappeared. Oh, that brings me to this. I was being triggered the other day because I watch a lot of stuff, do a lot of research, y'all, about the Cabbage Patch Kids. Do y'all know about the Cabbage Patch Kids? That he was. Do y'all know that these little kids, okay, y'all look back, y'all look at the little rascals, okay? Most of them look like grown fucking ass men. Like about what, like 2 years prior to the little rascals? They look like grown ass men in these little tiny bodies talking about, hi, what's happening now, fella? Like they're grown, like they should be smoking, puffing on a cigarette. I'm not Hulk Hogan. I guess you're on the wrong channel. You looking for somebody else. Anyway, but they look like grown men. You know what they was doing? They was they was making them in a lab. They called them cabbage patches. They was creating these kids and these babies. They was taking them to these world fairs. Y'all look it up. And they was using them like exhibits and shit. And you could come rent a kid for a couple of weeks or some shit. Bring it back, what the fuck ever, that kind of shit. Well, granddad didn't know his real birthday because he had like three birthdays. What the fuck are you doing here, you retard? You're on the wrong channel. You don't belong here. This ain't nothing to do with Hulk Hogan. You're on the wrong channel. Go, get away, leave. Anyway, he didn't know his real birthday, and his last name was Loveless, okay, but it was a different last name. He remembers it because he was like adopted by a family member, but it was similar to Loveless, but it wasn't Loveless, okay, it was different than that, okay. And he didn't know what his birthday was because they celebrated like two birthdays, and he went in the service and lied on his application to join the service. Okay, so he didn't know how old he was or anything. Look at this. Ooh wee, ooh wee. I think I need to get the letters out, y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with Hulk Hogan. Okay, I wear this because I have an injury right here. So if y'all are new and y'all don't know, there it goes. Okay. Can wear a bandana. Live with it or don't look at me. Just point the phone down and listen to my voice because it's very soothing and calming. So listen to it. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you. I am trying to tell you straight up what I'm telling you. Look. When in Rome, Greco-Roman, it says biblical. Take it as it resonates. Alright, I'm gonna pull out these letters. Y'all, if this is resonating with y'all, y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, it is Cash App, $, Angel Moon 6237. Anything will help the channel grow. So if y'all want to donate $1 or hit the like button, leave comments and all that jazz, okay? A few of them fell out of my hand, but there's not very many for some reason. But that can say a lot. That could say volumes, okay? Doesn't have to be a lot, okay? So there they are. Y'all take a look at them real quick, and I'm going to go to the restroom, and I'll be right. You won't find nobody else like me. I don't know why. Can't turn around and say goodbye. I know that when I'm with you, I make you free. 4. That's 11. Fly, fly, joy, joy, fly. Hate, joy, fly. God dang. Some spiritual this and that going back. Says later, Gator. All right, later. You're Canuck. You're Canuck. Let's see what we got here. Natalie. Natal. Good God Almighty. We talking about birthright here, y'all. I ain't gonna lie about it. It's just constantly gonna show it and show it and show it. Your birthright. Your natal. Fly. Flute. Tale of you, Junior. Junior is what they call my dad, okay? Nada, Tana, Nada, Nath, Oath, Route, your year, our, tell your fate. What? What? What are you saying? This is what? This is thanking you. Thanks. You're welcome. It says J-E-A-N. Gene. You're Gene. Yes. It says flat. Flat. Why do you say flat? Flat. Talk. Tall. Talk. Okay, talk. Talk. Hour. T. Hour. Yell. Yeah, I yell at a motherfucker in a heartbeat. Come on over here, I yell at your motherfucking This is at hour. At hour. Quit. No, don't say quit. There ain't no I. It says Joe and Joey. My mama boy. It says Royal. Jean, Neil, O'Neil, Junior, y'all, both of y'all, one. Y'all are one. Something about turkey. God dang. Romans and Greco-Romans, Turkey, all Turkey. Somebody's all talk. John is all talk. Jonah, Joanne. Jonah is all talk. Take what resonates, y'all. Jonah might be like when they're talking about Jonah and the whale. Take it what resonates. It's a really, really, really on fake. Really on fake. What the fuck does that mean? Taker, ally, on, taker, only taker. Kelly is out here too. Taylor, felon. Felony. It says alone. Ew, Elon's out here. What? Take what resonates. Elon. Take something later. What is Elon always out here for? Has he got some kind of crush on Collective or something? What the fuck? It says hello. Hey. It says hell on earth. Holy motherfuck. Earthquake. God dog motherfucker. Alright, so okay, why you tell us about that kind of shit? Because if it happens, it does. And what we gonna do about it? Live through it or don't? We're gonna either live through it or we're not going to. One or the other. That's just how it is. I mean, lottery. Fake lottery? Shit, take lottery? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Alf? Something's extraterrestrial. Laugh out loud. Ha 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 ha. Something about your artery. What is organ trafficking? then take art. Frankly, the Frank. That just sounds funny. I'm sorry, y'all. That just sounded funny to me. It says tall toll. Something took its toll, frankly. Joy. Took its joy. Took somebody's joy. They rank. They judge too quickly about something. It says for real. Something about a lake. Thy lake. Fry Lake. Jalen take for real. Jalen take something. He got mad. The Hulk. Somebody was envious. It says take to lake. Take somebody to the lake to set them up. Tony. Anthony was sent to the lake to be sent. Honey Hotel Atlanta. Something was supposed to be a joke. Something got out of hand. Luke, I am your father. All the time out here. John, alert. Stay on alert. Honk. Some kind of honk. A fluke. Something's gonna happen like that. Something about haunt. We got the stone home. Haunt stone home. It says help her. It says Nabby screamed. Finally, someone lifted her spotted cheeks. It says, what are they doing to him? It says, teacher led the boys out, ignoring the taste of the iron in the air. Tahoe lay limp on the floor. The keepers left too, without punishment, subdued, whatever had been festering inside them unleashed. Warden remained by Tico's body, called Hamani, until she lifted herself from the chair and obeyed. He grabbed her hair, the mask slipping off her face. A small, angry man inside. He pulled it back with effort, smiled with his teeth, without heart. You are useless. The boy's hurt, Alami said, her voice like ice cracking. Warden told Tahoe, chapel's full, you clean him. The keepers, I started. This boy is clumsy, stupid. He did it to himself. Warden did not look back, and in the empty space that followed, I wasn't sure if I had spoken at all. It says, we carried Tahoe to our table as Nabi ran between us and the Harmony in the kitchen. It says, searching for bandages, thread, anything that could help. We splayed him, and Ajami Lee pushed 2 fingers into his throat. He's breathing. Ami run her hands over his body lightly, marking the shape of him. Bruises, but no broken bones. She said it as though we should be grateful. It wasn't fair. His right eye, a crust of blood, a bowl raveling between the thin skin of his lid. He moaned and blinked too fast, too slow. Then we saw it. All wrong. The black pupil stretched out of his circle into the brown iris, as if someone had stuck a pole into a puddle and crawling through me. A betrayal. What happened to his eye? Don't look. And she suddenly arrived, a length of gauze in her hand. Focus on this. It says, his head lolled, open mouth, dry. Sweet Takeo was empty. Let me. Can you fix it? The eyes ruptured. We circled him, and Hamali prayed before beginning her healing. I wiped his face with my elbow. Already my grief was turning into a blaze. We were living among monsters. I would find a way to make them hurt. Clean him. She pointed to a split along his jawbone, another above his eyebrow, rubbing a trail of yellow around his lips. The smell sharpened. Hamani threaded a string into the eye of her needle. It's coarser than I want, but it will have to do. Don't look. I forced myself to sit by his side, hold his hands instead of running. When the needle pierced his jaw, he moaned, it's all right. It says, Hamani worked slowly, the needle sliding beneath the skin and back up, looping over the cut and the bridge over the water. When she finished, she knotted the string with her teeth. We cleaned him, his ears, neck, limbs, and fingernails, the way we cleaned a newborn, someone we loved. Only Hamani had the strength to tend to his gauze. The vision's gone. So somebody was having a vision of this. You hear me? Somebody was having a vision of someone being harmed or hurt, but they were taken care of. Okay, they were protected, and they weren't as hurt as bad. Okay, as some things think. I don't know who your mom is. Okay. Alright, so y'all take that as it resonates. Let's keep going with these letters, y'all. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe, okay? This is Taylor. Taylor. Taylor 8. If someone hates Taylor, flunky. Someone thinks someone is a flunky. JK thinks Taylor is a Tyler is a junkie or a flunky. Because it says junkie out here too. Florida, someone flew, someone ran. Someone took a different route. Someone took an alternate route. It says something like through Atlanta, but they took an alternate route. Alternate route. It says something about an hour. They went out of the way. Fly. Okay. Something about a trail. No, it doesn't say. It's just Rachel. I don't know why it's rattle. A rattle. Somebody was rattled. Flattery. Holy flatter. January. No, something has been scratched away. You need to let it go, is what they're saying. Something about Jake. Frat. Toy. Wrath. Froth. I don't know, this is saying oath, for real. Took an oath. Someone took an oath. Ooh, someone took an oath. To one of these stupid... To a secret society, y'all. Yale. Kathy. A lot of names out here, y'all. Take for whatever this is for Kathy. Someone did it for Kathy. Junk. Aren't you at Fall Hall, Lake Hall 4? This is some kind of stability coming in. For rent. Someone was in debt. Did something for rent. Something was foul. It says out. Fault. Someone doesn't want to fess up. Out fault. It says Kent or Ken. Youth. Somebody's young. It says something about it. Something happened when somebody was young. Could have been your family. I'm telling y'all. It's something to do with your family. You need to talk to your aunt. Somebody's being haunted. It says there's a key to some kind of home or house. All for you. All for you. It's yours. Take what resonates. Y'all make sure to put something down in the comments. And I really enjoy doing this. This is K Ray. Y'all. Tyrant. It said tyrant in the look. Ray. K. Colt. Take what resonates. somebody was in a secret society and they're leaving that secret society. That's what this whole thing has been talking about. They're leaving that, and there's a price to pay for somebody's consequences. Somebody's got to pay the consequences. Okay, it's something to do with the past. So it could have something to do with your birth, your actual birth, because this is the past and the future ancestors, which would make it be you. The past, if it's a past life oracle, and then it comes to now, would make you the future ancestor, correct, to yourself. You don't keep it a secret, okay, until you're absolutely positive that this is what you're doing and everything is in order and nobody can interfere or no kind of shit like that. You're going to keep it secret, okay? This is the messenger. You're waiting on some kind of message and you're going to receive one. It says make sure that what is being said is what is being heard, okay? The same words and messages can often mean different things to different people. Take that as it resonates, okay? It says the alchemist. It says our enchanted world provides the means for transforming the lead-in aspects of daily life into the golden experience available to all. Y'all stay golden, pony boy. I love y'all. Stay golden, pony boy. See you on the flip side. See you there.